you're doing good wherever you are. I want to thank you for commenting, subscribing, rating, leaving messages, etc. It's all good. Please continue to do so. Today I have a review for you of the Just Mobile AluPen for the iPad and iPod Touch and iPhone and pretty much any device that's touch-based, which retails for around about £20 here in the UK. So thanks so much to Just Mobile for sending this out to me for review. I will put a link to them down in the description box down there, as with all good links, such as the link to my Twitter. So please go check out the description box. Always good information in there. So basically, as if you haven't already noticed, the AluPen is a stylus. Now when I got this I thought, okay, stylus for the iPad, you know, a bit meh. You know, who wants a stylus? It'll be laggy, it'll be heavy, and it'll just be plain odd, really. But I'm pleased to say that I was completely proven wrong. I really actually have fallen in love with the AluPen, absolutely for sure, definitely. I said a tweet about it. You guys will probably remember if you follow me on Twitter. This does say I Create Editor's Choice and Product Design Award 2011. So, you know, everything's very recent, and you've got a little bit of information there in Just Mobile. So it does say the stylish stylus for iPad. Bit of a tongue twister there. Go on then, say it. I'll give you some time. Stylish stylus. Say it 4 times. Do it. Okay? I hope you said stylish stylus. How many times did you mess up? If you can do stylish stylus 4 times really quickly without messing up, leave a video response. I want to see it. Right, let's get this out because I've packaged it all back up and now I've forgotten how I packaged it. Here we go. Now this does, I should mention, come in a variety of different colours. All nice aluminium finish. We'll get to that. As you can see, real nice solid aluminium finish. We'll get to that in a minute. It does say carrying case inside. I can feel I'm about to sneeze, so apologise if I do. You open it up, if I can get it open. And one thing I love is, of course, the carrying case, which we'll see in just a sec. You get a product guide, and you also get some stickers. But the carrying case, leather carrying case, Just Mobile, really nice and slim. What it is it's not like some sort of cheapo pouch that comes with it. It is, you know, leather stylus carrying case, very professional. They're keeping the professional feel, so you can take this to a meeting, to whatever. You just don't turn up with a stylus in a cheapo sort of like pouch that's fraying or bright yellow or something. It's just been kept very professional, so it's very nice of them to include a carrying case and one of such good quality and keeping in line with the design. So here is the AluPen itself. This is definitely going to be particularly useful for those of you that don't particularly like the Apple virtual keyboard, or you use handwriting apps, or especially if you need to take notes or draw or any sort of graphic design. This is going to be really, really helpful for you, and I would strongly consider, if I were you, picking one up. As I said, I love the design of the AluPen. It does say Just Mobile just here. The problem is the lighting. It's aluminium and it's very faintly, take my word for it, it does say Just Mobile there because it's so faintly brushed on and the light is shining through. But you can see it does say Just Mobile, which is nice. It's nice and faint, but it's also very professionally done. So it looks, you know, it keeps in line with the nice professional feel of this. Now, as I said, one of the things I love about this is it's shaped like a pen. It looks like a pen. You can hold it just like a pen. They've done it so it's just like a pencil. All the designs with the ridges there, just like a pencil would have. So I'm going to talk about the tip of the pen. It is made of this really nice resistive rubber, as you can see and you can hear. Really resistive. I'm just tapping it backwards and forwards and you can see it doesn't move at all. Really nice. But if I give it a bit of an impact, it squishes just like that. So any type of impact, it squishes, so it's not going to be harming your iPad in any way, shape or form. So I think one of the best things to do now is to show you the AluPen in action. You can see I can press the home button with it. Very, very light touches it'll take. See? Really light, and it moves. So I'm going to show you a little drawing application, because this is meant for drawing. One of the things actually I love to do as well is you can fool your friends pretending that you are, sorry that was my scrawling with it earlier, you can fool your friends and pretend that you're like, hey, I can use a pen on my iPad, and then they go and use a pen on their iPad and they ruin it and it'll be like, ha ha. No it won't. I'm just kidding, but it is kind of funny. You can use it and be like, hey, look at me, I'm using a pen on my iPad, and they'll be like, what, you can't do that. I don't know why I suddenly went into some weird accent there, but anyway, let's write, very good, well done for that. Let's write something. What do we write? Hello. My writing is actually genuinely scruffy because actually it is true that my brain works a lot faster than my hand, which is why my handwriting is shocking. So it does look like a child's handwriting, not because the AluPen is bad, but because I can't write very well. There we go. Look, I can write my name. There we go. Look at that. 4-year-old did this. Right, anyway, just kidding. But I wanted to be able to show you, let's draw a stick man, because my drawing skills, one thing I cannot do is draw. I love art, but I cannot draw. There we go. Let's probably give him eyes, that'd be nice. We don't want it to be a potato face. And then let's give him, there we go, some hair. Or a toupee. A weird looking toupee. But there we go. There's the stick man that we all should love. Make this your screensaver now. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, I just showed you drawing there. I will show you typing briefly because obviously I think you get the idea of what typing will be like. So, very nice and easy. There we go. If I click up and you can now you can see the speed I'm going at. That was pretty fast, as you can see. Accurate, really fast. You can see the speed I was going at, very, very nice and quick. Definitely one of the things I really like is this. I know a lot of people don't like, I just quite like the keyboard on the iPad, but I know a lot of people don't. And this is definitely, as you saw there, the speed I was getting out of this, really nice and quick. You could have one in both hands and you could look stupid, but I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness, this works really, really well with typing. It's very, very handy, very, very useful, and really nice and quick, as I said, especially if you want to get a writing application and you're taking notes, say if you're in a class or something, this could be very, very handy. So if I just move the iPad down just so you guys can see a little bit clearer, one downside I do have a screenshot on here just to let you know, was that, if you dropped it, this is aluminium on your screen. You drop it, that is going to probably do some damage. This, no damage. You touch it at the side, no damage because this isn't touching the screen. You drop it, I think damage. So I would suggest a screen shield, I was going to say screensaver. Screen shield is absolutely necessary. So screen shield the iPad up, baby. But as I said, you know, this does really conclude this review. There's not really much I can say. It's a stylus. You guys know what styluses do. You know, it's a great stylus, that's for sure. Really wonderful. It looks great. I highly recommend it, the AluPen. It's ultra functional. It's very, very, very useful. You know, it really did destroy my apprehension that it was going to be really odd. It feels very, very natural to use with the iPad, and it's definitely a little inexpensive accessory that will really, really be handy, and definitely worth considering. If you want a stylus, or if you think maybe you don't need a stylus but you'd like one, highly recommend it. As I said, I thought stylus, you know, it's going to be odd, it's going to be stupid. As you saw, speed I was getting with the typing, I could use a handwriting thing, I could use notes, really, really useful. I could do graphic design if I was, you know, trying to do some designing on here. Brilliant, really, very, very, very useful. But as I said, get a screen shield. So don't forget to check these guys over at www.xstand.net. If you have any questions, be sure to leave me a comment or send me a message. So please, as I said, leave a comment. I do read every single one, and it really does make me smile whenever I see a comment pop up. A nice one, that is, not the nasty ones that I get. But no, as I said, really, really appreciate all the comments you leave. Thank you very much for that. Take care, have a great day. Please subscribe, comment, rate, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Hi! Okay, that's stupid! Bye!